grew up here. I moved 4 years ago to Portland, Oregon. I came back, and living in Portland, if you're familiar with it, it's like a big Highland Square. You just have people that are, most of the people are environmentally conscious. They want to support their local businesses and their local community. And I bought a house in Highland Square because I miss Portland and I want to see that here. And you can do that by bringing free movies to the movie theater, and we'll do Arrested Development one day a week to bring people to the area. You can do that by doing a First Thursdays every month by having local artisans put booths out on the street to bring outsiders. And when you bring outsiders, you have a grocery store, people are going to walk the city, they're going to go to the grocery store, they're going to see Highland Square for what it can be. But if businesses keep leaving, and there's no grocery store, then people from Merriman, people from Fairlawn, they're going to drive right through like it's nothing. You need to bring people here. And the only way to do that is working together. And I think your idea of putting a package together, I don't think that's an idea that should be shot down. I'm not familiar with what's been going on for 4 years, but if the package that's been going on for 4 years isn't working, then let's try something new. Let's put a new package together.
I don't think we disagree with the idea of putting a package together. I mean, because I think in some form or fashion we've talked about that before. But I think what Joe is saying is the reality is you can put your package together and hope that there's a buyer for it. But just because you put a package together doesn't mean it's going to be a buyer.
But that doesn't mean you shouldn't give it your best shot.
Absolutely. No, I'm not saying we shouldn't. I don't think any of us said that was a bad idea. I just think Joe's saying the reality is we can do that and it's a good idea, and hopefully it works. And if not, we still are at this crossroads.
We have one more meeting left. If the community can come forward and bring some level of commitment, or we only have 1 week before the next meeting, but to create some level of commitment. And the city, and I mean, this, can you get a handful? Can we get a handful of our council people out here to say, okay, at least have, to say that they're willing to speak up for this monetary commitment from the city, and then you bring your information forward. Can next time we agree that we all come forward with our absolute, from all our different directions, with our absolute best shot of making this happen? I'm not saying it's going to work. If in the end it doesn't work, I'll be the first to stand up and say, you know what, at least we gave it our best shot.
Right. Yeah, and that's, I guess, where I
that
find,
fair?
in my previous comments with you, I kind of feel like it's necessary to defend myself and my company, because we have given it a very good shot, our best shot, our commercially reasonable best efforts to find a grocery store. And what my comments were directed to is, you can put a nice package together and send it out. We have all of the major components of that package and have shared those with potential grocery operators. So that was the gist of my response to your idea, and I wasn't trying to shoot it down. I think it's good.
Would you feel better if you could see a sample of the package?
Well, it's not just, I'm not just saying him, I'm just saying, if we come forward now, and then you come forward, and then it just makes it easier for us to all understand. Because, I mean, honestly, through this, we've had 3 meetings and one handout, and it's like, well, just give me more stuff,
How about
It's not, I'm not asking, I'm not asking you to prove yourself, Joe. I'm not asking that, I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm saying, let us support you.
Right.
Give us some of the tools. We'll give you some of the tools. You give us some of the tools. Let's put it together, give it a shot. If not, we say, okay, we tried. And we walk away and we say, okay, we understand where you're coming from.
Okay, yeah, and that was kind of what was behind my suggestion, that maybe make a couple phone calls to these grocery operators, see where they are, see what their life is like. And
But we're not to
how to
that
make it-
step yet.
We're not to that step. Well, but that is the initial step. It's, you got to pick up the phone and make the call. That's
Well,
one of the
the
first
first thing you have to know is what you're selling. And I was saying is, let's try to sell something different than what we've been trying to sell for the last 5 years, 3 years, or however
First you have to
long.
know what you're selling, but in the end you're selling a grocery store.
You
And
know
you're
what
just
we're
flat out
selling.
saying, I don't care what the circumstances are, I'm not bringing a grocery store to Highland Square. I mean, that's almost your first threshold question. Do you have any interest at all in bringing
Under
a grocery
any
store here?
circumstances.
And you're not
Any
going to
circumstances.
an unsophisticated buyer, somebody that has no idea
I
about Highland Square.
understand that, but I'm saying,
What kind of commitment are you wanting from the city when there's nobody interested in the store at this point?
I'm saying, can the city say, you know what, we can help with a low interest loan, and we can get it for possibly get together this range of dollars, because in the end, this comes down to money. You know, and the community comes forward and says, you know, we can supply this amount of income. These are the people that are willing to commit. There's probably more out there, but we can supply this. Just get the information together, and that's not stuff that you have right now. But if we get that as part of the component, part of the package, then maybe we can do more. Maybe you are more empowered then.
A public forum.
I don't know if it's.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to shoot you down, but
You seem to be coming out and saying a lot of things kind of negative. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Ron, come on, you can't make that type of accusation.
Okay.
Well,
So
hold on, let me just finish my thought.
Go ahead.
Okay, the scope of these meetings, this is a public forum. We're here to solicit input, and we thank everybody for coming, and we understand the time, and it really means a lot to us that this type of turnout and participation by the community in our endeavor to have a series of public forums. But to put together a deal, as you seem to be suggesting,
Not a deal.
in a public forum, it's just not the right.
It's not a deal. It's about at least having the people that are key to this come together and outline what they potentially could get to happen. And I mean, and Adele, can we get the other council members, the ones that are in our area, can we get them out here next time to say, you know what, we're all hearing the message now that all of this has happened. We're all hearing the message, and you know what, we're going to give it a shot to try to commit some low interest loans. And can we come together as as organizations and say, is there, we can bring other people along, the community along.
How about if we actually do this before the
You think
next
that
meeting,
that's
so
going
you have
to
something to
create a buyer,
announce?
though? You think that's
I don't think it's going to create a buyer, but I
buyer?
think it creates the best potential for a buyer.
But do you think that that's what that will do?
Yes, it would definitely be better by saying, you know what, the city is willing to give money. Does that create better potential? Yes, because in the end, it's about money. If the community says we're willing to invest our own dollars at some level, does that create better potential? Yes, because it's money. And in the end, this is all about money. So honestly, if you're not here to get a grocery store in Highland Square, then by all means, don't do anything. But if you are here to actually get the best situation possible, then why wouldn't you do the things that would make the situation as good as it possibly could be, even if it still may fail? Is that fair?
We're doing, Ron, we're doing all the things that.
We're just saying, from the city's point of view, just because you asked like about 7 questions, I probably
Sure,
I'm gonna
that's fine.
forget one of them. Can I get certain councilmen here? I will remind them that they all know that the schedule's there. It's,
Sure.
but 4 nights, 4 weeks, sometimes doesn't fit their schedules too. I certainly will let them know that the next one is the last forum, and that it would probably be a good idea if they could come. They can. I'm not exactly sure how this works. I wish I had, my law department attorney who usually kicks me when I start saying stuff I shouldn't say, but
Jim just got closer to me.
I'm just trying to hear.
But he's like Trish, and he can shock if he doesn't kick me like the law department.
I moved up because I can't.
And I don't believe that 1, 2, 3, or even 4 councilmen can make a definite commitment
Well, that's
about,
what I'm asking.
passing an ordinance or resolution.
In the first
But
meeting,
they can
Marco did a great job of at
Right.
least giving a positive reinforcement.
And I bet they would probably be willing to do something like that. I obviously can't speak for the council
Sure.
because I really, can't speak for them. But we'll certainly invite them and they'll speak up, I imagine. The question of whether or not even the mayor can say that he would like to invest a certain amount of money. But again, that is never a commitment until council approves it.
Okay.